so long it's like alchemy.
You guys are 2-1 right now. How do you feel you guys have progressed as a team while you've been here?
Yeah, I think just being able to go out and get a couple of games under our belt and really figure out the chemistry that we have of our team has really helped us.
How have some of the veteran guys who've been through this before helped you guys out?
Yeah, they continue to teach us along the way, in game, out of game. Being able to have guys who've been through this, obviously, and being able to teach the younger guys how to react to things definitely is huge.
And of course, you 23 points in that last game. How comfortable are you at this point?
Yeah, I feel like I'm extremely comfortable being patient and trying to take smart shots. Because of my teammates are trying to find me in my spots and making sure that I still stay aggressive.
What are some of the things you think you still need to work on while you're out here?
Everything, you know what I'm saying? Just being able to try to become better at an all-around game, offensively, defensively, and being able to have guys who are teaching me and I'm able to learn on the fly is awesome.
Jordan, good luck tonight. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
I don't know about y'all, but I feel like I can tell a lot from just hearing some of these kids' quick interviews. And I like what I heard from Poole, just like what I heard from D'Angelo. I like what I heard from Poole right there. And he seems serious enough, right? Sometimes you hear these kids and they're not very articulate. They have a hard time speaking. You're like, that could be a problem. And then some of them just seem like clowns, right? And Poole is neither. And so that's encouraging as we get ready for the 7th game of the Summer League. Reed in there along with Travis Ware against the Denver Nuggets team who's missing their 2 prospects, this year's pick Bobo and last year's pick Michael Porter Jr., who they really kind of took a flyer on both of them. Both of them were flagged from a lot of teams for serious medical issues. I'm not too optimistic about their 2 futures. Let's go right away. Denver, though, playing hard defense, the turnovers, the sloppiness. My takeaway initially of this first half of basketball was kind of like, oh, these kids have been in Vegas too long. They looked kind of slow and just not the right intensity. There's that whip pass to the weak side. This one very inaccurate, where I'd still like to see him come down with it. Value the possession rather than the shot. You see a lot of young kids do that. They try to catch it in their shot. There's Aaron Miles. I think is going to take Willie Green's spot on the coaching staff. Cool article, him talking about Jacob Evans and how initially he was like, yo, I could do without this kid, man. He's not very good, and how Evans has changed his mind. You pass up a shot there. You pass up a shot right there, and then it's going to get right back to him, and he passes up that shot only to take this shot. Shot recognition, always a problem at Summer League with young players. And then you watch Jacob here just telegraph this thing, right? He's just staring Smiley down the whole court, and so it was an easy read, and that's something he'll have to get better at with more experience handling the ball. And Smiley, the little dump off, and Evans finishing in the paint, quick flip. Shout out my guy on Twitter who was complaining about Travis Ware. You're right, he was trash in this game. More turnovers than shot attempts, but more than that, it was the defensive effort. Look at him just get out of the way there. He's trying to make the NBA, and he's not making the extra effort plays. I was disappointed, given all the opportunity he's been given in these games. Evans, again, showing the quick hands, going coast to coast. Can't finish it, but JP backing him up. Let me talk a little shit here at this Lawson kid again, man. Look at this. Like, you're a big who's slow and plodding. You have to finish those. This dude missed maybe 4 or 5 point-blank layups in the last 2 games. Here he is on the offensive glass, and it's Evans knocking down the 3. The arc, the trajectory of it is so much different than a year ago. That's the difference in it going in and out. And then Toscano off the backboard. I know we gave Kai Bowman the 2-way deal here, as you're going to see him just continue to struggle in transition charging call. Toscano's the type of dude that makes the league because he's big and athletic, finishes at the rim, and you see JP with the wiggle. And he hit the floor way more than I would have liked. Came up kind of slow here, but he hit the floor, I'd count, maybe 6 times in this game. Someone on Warriors World was talking about Smiley's inability to rebound. Watch him here. He's got to bring that down. And they were right. But I like the effort. I don't think it's an effort thing. I think it's a strength and experience thing. And yeah, he's probably not going to ever be a great rebounder, but he's a skilled big. Here he is missing the pass to the corner because he wanted to go up and put it on someone's head. So the more we watch Smiley play, the more we see his warts and how young he is. But the potential, it's still there. Kobe. The heat check gene is strong in the kid from Michigan because you notice he gets them in spurts. And D'Angelo and Steph and the Warrior vets will recognize that. Like, yo, he hit one, let him get another one. Let him get another one. You see him rattle off 2 quick ones here, and then here's good ball movement and Smiley finishing above the rim, this time with 2 hands. Now, Evans probably threw this pass a little too soon, but Smiley, he's got to protect the passer. Something else I've noticed with him is on entry passes and stuff like that, he's too weak on the pivot. He lets the defender bulldoze him and take the pass. And then look at this effort here from Ware. Where are you at Ware? Like, you're trying to make the league. Look at him. Foul him. Wrap him up. Show some sort of effort. control the things you can control. You're not always going to make shots, but you can always hustle. You can always show effort. And he wasn't. Smiley stepping through and finishing with the left hand at the beginning here of the third quarter. And then Jacob rebounds very well at the point guard position. Look at him drop the shoulder. Now, they weren't calling very many charges in Summer League, but you see Evans is like, he's the type of guy that when you play against him, you're like, dude, this dude is way stronger than he looks. Now watch Ware completely miss Poole here on the weak side. He's trying to let him know. He's trying to let him know. Nope. He's trying to back him down, post him as you get a look at Winnie the Pooh in a Cubs hat. Finally, he tries to swing it to Poole, and it was way too late. So Ware just a terrible night. I am interested to see how Smiley finishes with finesse because clearly he likes to dunk, right? And so I'm just curious what the left hand looks like and if he has English around the basket because he's not going to get as many dunks with the big boys. Evans just continues to play. He does all the little things, understanding he's not the most talented of guys. Once again, bulldozing to the lane, and this time it's Smiley cleaning it up for him. Now, the in-and-out dribble has become such a popular move, and it really works much better when you're moving downhill. Here's a variation of it off a screen. Watch him use the screen, and then he uses it going downhill on the big. He freezes Smiley and then gets the lane to the basket. For you hoopers out there, try using it downhill and off the screen or use it to reject the screen. Evans getting to his spot, kind of carrying the load here offensively as we were down double digits for most of this game. There's Toscano, and I had cut off my thought on him being a pro, right? He defends, he's got a high motor, and then he's athletic enough to be switchable. So he's the type of dude that makes the back end of a roster. And then Smiley, you got to understand the whistle's coming, put the shot up. For you Cap guys, can we switch the two-way from Bowman to Toscano? Just a thought. There's the outlet pass, and Poole finishes with nice finesse as we pick things up here to start this fourth quarter. The defensive intensity and really just the pride. We woke up and started to claw our way back into this game. Reed, the nice finish, getting to the cup, and all of a sudden it's a 5-point game. Denver wants a timeout. Adam Silver talking about all these changes. One change that needs to be made is I think we should spread these summer league games out. The worst thing in the world for a rookie is to enter training camp with an injury. As you see Poole hold his hand here as he hit the floor, like I said, 5-6 times. He was fine, but playing 3 games in 4 nights isn't ideal for any basketball player at any age. And then peep this, man. This is just too easy. This is just too much sauce. The look away and then, ooh, dumps it off to Toscano. The more we watch this kid, the more we see in his bag at just 20 years old. Here's the quick swing pass and then the good ball movement. Okay, I see you, Toscano to Reed. And we right back in this game. And what possibly could be the last game in the Summer League, I don't know if we've made the tournament yet, and then it's Evans with the shot clock winding down his spot. When he gets there, right, it doesn't really matter who's in his face. I love to see this. Less than a minute to go. Who wants the ball? Who wants the shot? I think you can guess who. It's Poole off the curl. Is not going to settle for a fadeaway. He's going to go to the rim and draw the foul. So I was very pleased to see his willingness to take that shot and then not settling for a bad one, going to the line and knocking it down and eventually sealing the deal and sending this team to, I believe, 3-1 at Vegas. So we'll see if they get in here as you see them kill clock. I don't think it's likely, but it'll be dependent on the games and the outcomes today. So this might be the last Warriors Summer League game. And you see him say, hey, that shit was hard. Right? Him and Jacob Evans getting it done, coming back from, I think, down like 17, 18 points at one point in the third quarter. But again, I don't know if this is the last one or not. If it is, I'll start to get into other prospect breakdowns and start to get into the other content here throughout the summer. I'm out, y'all.
I've been winning so long, it's like alchemy.